So apparently, Cedric Doumbe is going to be fighting Baki Chamsoudinov. You also pronounce his full name is actually Baissangour Chamsoudinov. I'm probably really butchering that really badly, so I do apologize. From here on now, I'm just going to refer to him as Baki, but just so you guys know who I'm talking about. But yeah, Baki, if you don't know, I've seen a lot of people refer to him as like one of the best prospects in the sport in general, and he is a very good fighter. He's very talented. He does come from Chechnya originally, but he's got some very, very legit wrestling. His last fight, he actually got a finish with punches, via punches. Most of the time, he's just going out there and he's getting decisions, but he's a very good wrestler. The way he wrestles, his trip game, everything is very good. He does have a very good game. He's beat some really good guys as well, 6-0, 9-0, 32 and 16. So he is beating some good level of competition. He was meant to fight Felix Klinkhammer in Aries FC, but he did miss weight by quite a lot because I actually had Bucky as one of my prospects to look out for uh, in November when he was meant to fight. But yeah, he ended up that fight got cancelled because he missed weight by quite a lot. So it is weird. PFL have signed him, even though he's coming off like missing weight by an egregious amount. So it is odd they are trusting him, but I do know his coach because he does come out of the MMA factory. His coach, Fernand Lopez, obviously, is the matchmaker at PFL, and he also hates Cedric Doumbe. There is a lot of beef between Cedric Doumbe and Fernando Lopez. So, that's probably a bit of this. They just seem to keep putting all of the MMA factory, sorry guys, against Cedric Doumbe. 'Cause obviously Lopez has his beef with Cedric Doumbe. Apparently Doumbe slept with his wife, so he's just trying to assassinate Doumbe. But last time it didn't go too well for Lopez. His guy got slept in about 9 seconds. So this fight's a very interesting fight. Obviously, Cedric Doumbe has got a ton of finishes as an MMA fighter. Obviously, he is a kickboxer first and foremost, but he has shown very good takedown defense in his MMA fights. But I don't know. I think this might be not too soon. I think he can generally win this fight. I think he can beat Bucky. Bucky's a very good fighter, but we don't really know too much about Bucky's durability. Maybe Bucky doesn't have a great chin. Maybe Bucky can get knocked out. Bucky's striking's not like the greatest. He did get a finish with the hands, but like he's not the greatest striker. Obviously, Cedric Doumbe is going to have a big striking advantage, especially as an MMA fighter. He is very boxing centric with his striking. He doesn't really throw too many kicks. He's going out there, he's using the hands, and he does have some crazy KO power. And I am gonna go. I am still gonna go with Baissangour Chamsoudinov, Baki, as he's easier to pronounce. I think I will take Baki in this fight just because he's got such a big grappling edge. Uh, he's beat legit competition. I'm not saying Cedric Doumbe hasn't either. He's beat some pretty good guys. Like Jordan Zebo is a pretty good win, even though he went out there absolutely killed him in the first. So maybe he could do that to Baki. Who knows? Maybe this fight will happen and Cedric Doumbe won't even let Baki get a chance to like shoot on him or go for any takedowns. But just like going on, just how I think the fight will go. I think Doumbe might be able to land some shots off on him, but I just think Baki's going to be able to get him down, throw him around, ragdoll him a little bit. So Cedric Doumbe does have very good takedown defense from what I've seen, but I do think obviously Baki is like that next level grappler. Very young as well. He's 22 years old. Like he is so much younger than Cedric Doumbe. So maybe he's going to be making more rapid improvements. But at the same time, like Cedric Doumbe is probably making very good rapid improvements in the grappling, but he is 31. So obviously we're going to see more improvements from Baki. So maybe Cedric Doumbe is getting the fight against Baki at the right time. Maybe he goes in there, sleeps him now, and then that's it. He's got his win, and then they just don't ever fight again. But I don't know. I like Baki in this fight quite a lot. But I sort of want Cedric Doumbe to win. I am a Cedric Doumbe enjoyer. I do like watching Doumbe fight. He's a showman. I love what he does. I had seen rumors that he was meant to be fighting Anthony Pettis. I sort of rathered that fight over the Bucky fight at this point. I know there's all the beef. Cedric Doumbe posted like a photo of Bucky like eating cake, and it was like an overweight woman or something like that, like just an overweight photo, and he edited Bucky's face on it, which was pretty funny. But I don't know. I feel like they're just trying to like kill the hype train. Like I don't get Lopez's mindset on this. Like I know he hates him. I know that they have beef and everything, but like why are they doing this fight? I just don't understand it. Like let Doombe build up more experience. He's a big star. He can make the PFL a bunch of money, but you're just trying to like derail the hype train early. Now maybe he does go out there and he beats Baki, but I don't know. I think Baki's just such a next level grappler at this point. But hey, I'm not completely sold on Bucky yet. I think Bucky is a very good fighter, but obviously he's beat good guys, but we haven't seen him against like that next level competition. He's beating undefeated guys, but like how good are these undefeated guys really? Like they're Aries FC fighters, so let's look. He did beat a 9 and 0 guy. What is the level of competition of the 9 and 0 guy he fought? Like that guy then went on to lose two fights after that against a 7 and 1 and a 13 and 8 opponent. He beat a 3 and 7. He did beat 7 and 3, 4 and 1, 0 and 1, 1 and 1, 0 and 1, 0 0 0 0. So he hasn't beat the great. He didn't beat the greatest level of guys. He had a bunch of split decisions on his record. What about Bobby Paulette, 6 and 0? Who has he beat? He lost to Cruz. He lost who was 7 and 1. Went to a no contest with a 3 and 1 opponent, 2 and 2, 1 and 1, 0 and 0, 2 and 0, 0 and 1. Like you see, these guys aren't really being the greatest level of competition. I know you can also use that same uh, logic with Cedric Doumbe's opponents, but I don't know. So you can't really use that logic for Cedric Doumbe's glory wins. So obviously, Doumbe more tested in combat sports in general, but MMA. Obviously, Baki's got more wins, more fights. So I don't know. I think it's just overall very interesting fight. The matchmaking though is just very suspect. Obviously, Lopez is trying to go get his guy Baki a win there. I mean, it's so obvious what Lopez is trying to do here. But Cedric Doumbe does have that aura about him. Like if anyone's got aura, Cedric Doumbe's got the like one of the biggest auras in the sport, where he'll come out, he'll walk out to some song playing with Lopez saying some shit, and then he'll go out there and he'll probably go sleep Bucky somehow, and it'll be one of the greatest performances. Like he does have that fucking undefeated aura about him, like that untouchable aura. But aura doesn't just win you fights sometimes, Maybe it does. Maybe he comes out here, Bucky gets like lost in his head a little bit here. Maybe Cedric Doumbe does play a lot of mind games. He does have some very good mind games. So maybe he goes in there, the trash talk gets to Baki a little bit. Maybe Baki tries to stand and bang with him a little bit. I don't think he would do that. I don't think Baki's like, got to come out there like a hot head or something, like trying to go for head kicks like Jordan Zebo did. But you never know. You never know. You always got to like factor stuff into this. But I also want to mention a last little point before I do end this video. And that's like the UFC have really messed up here, in my opinion. Baki in many people's eyes is like the one of the best prospects in all of the like mixed martial arts world right now. Like he is one of the best prospects out of welterweight in some people's eyes. Now I don't know how true that is. Obviously we haven't seen him against top level competition. Sometimes you guys will look really good in the regional scene and then we'll be shocked because they'll lose. So you can never really know how good guys are until you actually see them against like high level competition. But he is on the, he does pass the eye test a little bit. He looks really good with the grappling, very good grappler. Striking's coming together a lot. He's young as well. Like he's looking very good at a young age, which is like good sign that maybe we see him improve even better. He gets even better, becomes like a Hamza Chimaev type fighter, maybe even better than Hamza. Who knows? Like undefeated. He's very good though, but like I feel like this is a massive miss for the UFC. Baki, he would have been a good signing for the UFC. He could have really been like good for that Paris card as well. They've lost Doumbe, they've lost Baki, they lost the Lazy King. They want to get into the French market, but all of these fighters out of France that are like big names and everything aren't even getting signed to the UFC. So it's like, yeah, they have Morgan Charriere, but like the PFL has fucking Cedric Doumbe, Bucky and Lazy King. Like they have much better fighters and bigger names, I would argue, than Morgan Charriere and Cyril Gane. Like these guys are just massive names, and the UFC have just been like, you know what, we don't care. They're just like, yeah, they might have got these good signings, these future really good fighters and everything like that. But we have Morgan Charriere, who a lot of people like, and I'm not shitting on Morgan Charriere. I just mean like the level of fighter that the PFL are signing is like better in my opinion. They're doing really good signings right now, and Bucky is just another big name to add to that list of fighters the PFL have signed. I'm not quite sure what his contract is, if it's just with PFL Europe, so maybe it's just like a one fight contract or something like that. But I'd imagine he's probably going to be fighting for the tournament or something like that. But I don't know. We'll find out very soon. If this fight does get announced, it does seem like this fight is happening. So I guess we'll see. Maybe the Anthony Pettis fight ends up happening instead. But if this fight happens, expect a lot of trash talk. There is a lot of beef there. I think Cedric Doumbe will just beef with like anyone who trains at the MMA factory at this point. You know, he hates he hates Fernando Lopez. Uh, but yeah, we'll find out what happens soon. But I am going with Bucky for this fight. I think by decision. So who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong because I think Cedric Doumbe is a fucking amazing fighter, very good fighter. I love watching him fight, and it'd be cool just to see him go on a run. But I don't know. Something about this matchup just feels like they're trying to get Cedric Doumbe a loss. But anyway, that's all I've got to say on this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll give me your prediction on this fight in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a like, share this video, and yeah, if you ain't already subscribed, subscribe. And put on notifications for my videos. And if you are subscribed and don't have my notifications on, put on notifications because I drop a bunch of MMA related content and just combat sports, fights, and content up in general. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.